Welcome and warm greetings to all of you. In our body constitution related practices, today is our second session, which is going to give us the understanding how the second element, that is according to Ayurveda, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. We are focusing today on a Pitta body constitution. It is an element, the combination of the two elements, water and fire. So you can see it is a body heat. It has a basically it takes care of your metabolism, the complete digestion process. So these doshas, which is getting imbalanced time to time. In my previous talk I had informed you this is a fluctuation of this, or dominance of this, or imbalances of this three doshas is basically more is depend upon the food combination, how you are eating, which seasonal adaptation, and morning and evening combination of the food. It depends upon that. And here we are going to understand how yoga practices. It is going to only reduce the dominant state of that particular time, and which is a imbalanced state. It does not mean apply yoga practices when you are acute state of any of the dosha, vata, pitta, kapha, in acute state of that, and maybe you start doing little physical exercise a little bit in a more aggressive manner. It may at a time harm you. But if you keep on doing, your body constitution is like this, and you have tendency of getting imbalance of these particular vata or pitta or kapha, or you are prone to that tendency. So you can take the help of yoga practices and to make your system more calm and quiet, so that system can work in a more balanced manner. So it is because of the fire, it is mostly the pitta constitution people are more prone to the little aggressive, dominating, and just competitive spirit mind. So that keeps enthusiastic all the time. They wanted to do the things in a bigger level. So they keep themselves, their body becomes little bit in high state of mind, so that because they want to achieve many things in a short time. So it has been observed. So it's good, a nice thing, but it is when it is too much prominence of the particular thing. If your body become like this, you will be all the time become restless, and your mental activities becoming more strong. But same time, I think it is a helpful for the transformation. It makes a transformation, bring a change in you. But I think the practices of yoga asanas, which should be more surrendering way, and to keep your energy a little bit calm and quiet. Ultimately, I think the psychophysiological level needs to be in every conditions. We need to be very in a good state, so that we can participate, or we can then face, or we can really manage in a much better way. But here we are going to understand today about the pitta constitutional relevance of yoga practices. So there are very specific few practices always, because it depends upon, you cannot say 100% let's do this, do that. It is not a paracetamol. Remember, always we are just giving you preventive and precautionary aspects, so that it may help you. So but in a regular way, doing with the same intensity is more important. Not suppose I show you 5-6 posture, you start doing in a very aggressive manner, it may even trigger your problem. So going with the same way, the way it is accepted, which is required. Because if you are giving a dose over the practice, anything which you are taking over on that to gain more benefits, it never works like that. Many people think this practice is very good, I should go 20 times in a day. It's not possible. It's not. First thing, if you are doing also, you are just overdoing, and it is not giving you any benefit of that. So today we are going to now in this session we are going to practice the more asanas towards the pitta, to making the calm and quiet the pitta constitution. The people, those who have, it may help you in a many time, or many not also. But remember, whenever you are in acute state of anything, you should always concern and contact the doctor, especially Ayurveda physician, if you are doing your treatments in that line. So let's see how to keep your this psychophysiological coordination and improve the health conditions. So we are starting with the standing postures again. As always, take a standing position. Here we are not going to stretch, we are going to bend, but we are holding again the position. I always explain you, the more we are mindful practice will really help you to achieve better results, because your mind is along with the practice what you are doing physically. It will always helpful to get nice experiences what is happening with the body. So always add in yoga practices your how breathing is going on, what is the state of your mind. So conscious practice, don't take it just a muscular movement. Now take a standing position. We will be doing sideward bending asana, first with the open legs, then with together. Now place left hand at the waist, raise right hand from the side and bend your body left side. Release. Now the left side, raise, exhale and bend sideways. Concentrate. Release. Now we'll bend forward, we'll do the touch, exhale and bend down. Place both the hands center of the head, center of the feet. Raise your right arm up. Release. Other side. Release. Now bend your body again and do Trikonasana, but this time we are not going to do the opposite manner, we are going the simple manner. So bring your left hand towards the left and raise your right arm up. Release. Now same the other side, going down. Release. Same movement, bend your left leg, place left hand near the right foot, raise your right arm up. Release. Bend your right. Release. Now, cross the arms. Slowly keep on inhaling your arms up. Exhale and bend forward. Again, raise both the hands up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We'll do the same practice in sitting in other manner. Sit in Vajrasana. After keeping this, raising up, then turn the body towards the left, then towards the right, release. Now we will be doing little upper body back stretch. Inhale, go back, exhale and release. Again go back, exhale and release. Inhale, go back, exhale and forward. Now we will be doing the forward bending practice. We will be going with the just gentle manner. First like this, we are going 3 times, going forward and coming back forward. Inhale, go, inhale, exhale, just go forward. Exhale, release. Now go forward, release. Go forward, release. Now legs together. Vakrasana, twisting pose. Bend your right leg, cross and keep with the left knee. The right hand at the back. Cross the left arm. We are not just doing complete pose today. Let's do like this. Release. Same the other side. Just holding with the hand, just pressing. Release. Now, place your right foot on the left knee and turn the knee maximum towards the left and look towards the right. Release. Same the other side. Release. Now, foot sole together and knees apart sideways, holding like this way, bringing closer, holding and sitting straight for a while. Release. Keeping like this. Then bringing your body like this, holding and just lifting your feet up. Just raise up. When we are doing this practice Pawan Muktasana in lying this manner, it gives a little more pressure, so gentle manner, just hold and lift your foot. Release. Now lie down on your back. Have a conscious 5 breaths. Now bend your both the legs. Raise your middle part of the body up. Exhale down. 5 times. When you raise up, raise your heels also this way. Inhale, go up. Exhale and down. Inhale, go up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, go up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, go up. Exhale, come down. Now, take a sitting position. We'll be doing more practices with breathing. One of the very important pranayama is called Shitali and Shitkari. Both are having a cooling effect, reduce the acid, and there is a practice like Shitali when we pull our tongue out and make a peak. But if you can't do like this, you can do the Shitkari, closing the jaws. So, let's do mild Kapalabhati. Remember one thing, when you have an acidic condition, especially early morning time, avoid this practice. And also invert body postures in picked condition, the people, those who have early morning, especially when you are practicing, don't do invert body postures and the Kapalabhati. But today we are just going 20 light movement. Inhale. Simply we are focusing more on exhalation, not like this. Simply focusing on exhalation. Now, we'll do 10 times. Inhale by bringing our tongue out. If we can't do like this, suppose you can, after bringing the tongue out, you cannot fold it, you can just make a peak of your lips like this. Exhale by both the nostrils. That is Shitkari, we are doing in a different manner like this. So we are doing both 7 times. So take your tongue out. If you can't, then you make a peak. Second time. Fifth time. 7th time. Now, Seethkari Pranayama. Close the jaws, open your lips. So inhale by the mouth with closed jaws and exhale by both the nostrils. 7 times. Second time. Third time. Fourth time. Fifth time. Sixth time. Seventh time. Now 5 times Om. Inhale. 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 We'll be ending the session, but after that you continue lying position for 3 to 5 minutes, because the rest is very important for all of you. So bringing your system calm and quiet. So after we're ending the session, you just continue with the same place in lying position with the focus on the breath for 3 to 5 minutes. And take care of your regular deep sleep and take a lot of water to keep your pitta body, pitta little down. So join your hands. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Continue your lying position and relax.